about how he thinks he's perceived publicly. Rodgers says, quote, "There's heroes and villains in sports and entertainment. I think because of my stance on COVID and maybe some other things, I've been cast as the villain, especially the last few years. So that's the way a lot of things that I say are often interpreted. I'm not upset about it. I don't feel like the victim in any way. I don't have that mentality. That's fine. I actually embrace that role a little bit if that's how you want to cast me." Shannon, does Aaron Rodgers deserve the villain label?
First of all, people think you're a villain because he's a jerk. That's what people think. It's not about what you did, it's what you lied about. You could have just said, I don't want to take the vaccine. I don't want that in my body, and I'm not going to take it. You don't get cute on wordplay. I'm immunized. Well, I didn't say I wasn't vaccinated. I said, and you guys just take it and ran with it. I was waiting for you to follow up. Skip, this is what he said. He says, Aaron is concerned about people's perception. He said, I don't care about stuff like that. That doesn't offend me. This culture, this woke culture, wants to be offended by everything. Most of the time you gloss over it because, honestly, it doesn't matter. It doesn't interrupt my way of watching one bit. If it doesn't offend you, why do you keep talking about it all the time? Clearly it bothers you.
Yeah.
Me, the thing, Skip, when I say I don't care about people talking behind my back, I just keep it from smiling in my face. I don't worry about what you say over there, because if you're going to talk about me, and not hear my side of the story, you was just waiting for a reason to hate on me. And I'm cool with that. Aaron, if you would have just been forthcoming, I know you think everybody, Skip, does Aaron Rodgers realize that he was not very popular even before the COVID stance? He just think that all of a sudden, like, wow, people really just started just liking me because of this vaccine. No, bro. I hate to break it to you. This is not from the FBI, but you were very just like way before that. I know I'm not interrupting your normally schedule. You're whale watching one bit, but I just wanted to break that.
Whale watching, yeah.
So the media, I think the media started finally to see who you were.
Yep.
And they've admitted they didn't do a good enough job. They should have followed up and like, Aaron, what do you mean by immunized? Have you taken the vaccine? Then we could have gotten to the bottom of this a lot earlier. But he lied. The Packers covered for his lie. And it wasn't until he actually got it that we found that he wasn't vaccinated. So this is not about the COVID vaccine. This is about who you are as a person. And every time you open your mouth, another toe pop out because you keep putting your foot in your mouth. And correct. Everybody see you for who and what you are.
Yep. I cannot disagree with one word you just spoke, but I'm going to go even farther back and deeper. I think the world started to have problems with Aaron Rodgers as you and I started pointing it out, but I go all the way back to the ESPN days.
Okay.
He is the ultimate blame deflector. No, don't look at me. Look at him, look at him, look at him. And it started during football games when he would do something that cuts you to the quick, which is showing up his receivers. And he was the all-timer of, just look at him. He almost played to the camera like, come on. It's not my fault. It's your fault. What are you doing?
Right.
And it was so glaring that he would just show up his receivers. And our man, Greg Jennings, has sat right here in this seat and said, yeah, I didn't like it.
Right.
He enjoyed playing with him because he could really wing it. And he threw him a touchdown pass that won a Super Bowl. But that's where you started being a jerk on the field, and it started to turn into villainy because people started saying, God, you're a bad guy.
Exactly.
And then he wouldn't own the lie of the COVID, the vaccine. And after a while, you just say, give me a break here. And then yesterday, he tried to deflect off that. And I don't want to get too deep here, but he went into the networks were protecting the pharmaceutical companies, Moderna, Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson.
He's turned into a conspiracy theory.
And so it's a conspiracy theory that you're vilifying me to protect your sponsors. Okay, that's way over my head, and maybe there's some truth to it. I don't know anything about that, but I don't want to hear it from him because he's the one who lied, and he still won't own it.
He's the second coming to Alex Jones. That's what he's becoming.
Okay. So what's there to like about it, Aaron, except Have you backed it up on the football field? No, you had that long ago galaxy far away run. It's forever ago. We're up to 12 years ago, and they went on the road and they won 3 straight road wild card games. Way to go. But nobody saw it coming, and your expectations were way down here.
Correct.
Nobody saw you coming. You were the last team in the back door.
Right.
And then you won, and you won, and you won. And, oh, wait a second. You got lucky because Jay Cutler, my man from Vanderbilt University, sprained his knee late in the first half, rode the exercise bike the whole second half. You stunk in the second half at Chicago. This is the NFC Championship game, a home game for the Bears, and you got to defeat Caleb Haney.
Yeah, he got a pick-6 touchdown from his defense. I forget the big D tackle that picked it up.
Caleb Haney.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you got Pittsburgh and you beat them and you were the Super Bowl MVP, and that's all you got to show. Because since then, you are 7-9 in the postseason. And I look at the 7, you got to beat Joe Webb at quarterback, you got to beat Kirk Cousins at quarterback, you got the Dez Carter game that you survived, you got the Odell Miami boat trip game up at Lambeau. You survived that one. You got the Mason crossbar game at Jerry World. You survived that one. And then remember, the Rams go up there. I'm going back 3 years now. 3 years ago, Jared Goff's got a pin in his thumb, and Aaron Donald's got cracked ribs. Remember that?
Yep.
Okay, way to go, Aaron. You won that game. Well, what am I supposed to do with this? It's even your wins aren't impressive, and you're 7-9. And then, as you keep pointing up, 2 straight years, you're the #1 seed.
And MVP. You're the best player. You're the best player. Make sure you put that MVP in there because he wanted everybody to know he won the MVP as the best player.
#1 seed. You lose at home to Brady and the Bucs in the NFC Championship game. You finally got one. You said, that's all I ever wanted was an NFC home game, NFC Championship game at home.
And got the brakes
You
beat
lost,
off you.
and you had it 1st and goal at the 8, and you went incomplete. And your young head coach said, I've seen enough. We're going to kick the field goal that makes it 31-26.
And then guess what, Skip? Followed up with another #1 seed. He got it at home. And then Jimmy G come in here and put foots in you.
Put foots in you. And then you get hot, and here you come, RELAX. And you get a last game that's effectively a playoff game at home against the Detroit Lions. You've owned them in the division, and they beat your Bucs. Okay.
He had something that didn't agree with him and just messed all over the field.
Okay.
He did that.
That's true. That is villainous in the eyes of Packer Nation because you keep letting them down. You're not backing up. You could get away with more of this off-the-field stuff, your conspiracy theories, because everybody'd say, that's just Aaron, but we got 4 Super Bowls.
And then,
no, you don't.
But Skip, remember in training camp, he was talking about how the guys were dropping passes and he reaming everybody out. And he looking up in the air and the carry. I'm like, bro, come on.
Oh, woe is me. That's all you ever hear from. Oh, woe is me.
It's everybody else.
Yeah.
Man.
Okay. Well, he is a villain for all the right reasons.
Yeah.
Because to your point,
people think you're a jerk.
He's just a jerk. Okay. So own it, Aaron. You made your bed. Now lie in it.
You say it doesn't bother you. Own that.
Yeah.
That's what you are. Own it and just keep it moving.
A lot of people waiting to see what he and Tom Brady decide, guys. The Aaron Rodgers watch continues. All right, guys, is there a third name that should be in the GOAT conversation along with MJ and LeBron? Let's discuss that in just a moment.